Hey, Scruffy. Yeah, I'm early today, huh? I think I'm 45 minutes earlier than usual. So I'm going to try to go for a bike ride after I feed you. And the weather was a little cooler today, huh? Still hot, but yeah, it ain't getting nearly as hot as it's supposed to. Alright, got some meows for me. So I saw Scruffy was sleeping on the mat about an hour ago, so I think he's hanging around earlier, anticipating I'm going to feed him early. Yeah. So I have the last of the super supper and kibble. Okay, so let me get the food on the table. Get the glove on. Yeah, with the weather cooler today, I was actually tempted to go out for a bike ride earlier. This morning actually was overcast, and so it was actually really nice early this morning. I was really tempted to go out for a ride then because it was both cool and because of all the cloud cover, I wouldn't have to worry about sun exposure. But the problem was that I was still really feeling muscle fatigue from my run last night. So one of the problems with running so late in the evening is, yeah, it seems to take a while for me to rejuvenate enough to want to go out again. So the morning, I think, yeah, would have been too much for me. And then the sun finally came on strong, I think by noon. So it would have been manageable to go for a ride late afternoon. I was actually thinking why did you do that? So he scratched and he was trying to hit me because I moved my glove back and he swiped multiple times to make sure he got that claw in. So he's going to get a timeout. Yeah, shouldn't do that, Scruffy. I don't think I was doing anything that really should have triggered that. I don't think I was touching him that hard. Yeah, he's coming up on the chair. Yeah, I'm afraid of you, Scruffy. So if you keep doing that, I'm going to be afraid of you. Oh, that's a loud meow. Okay, try this again. Okay, so it's waiting for him to make the move into the glove. So yeah, he really sunk his claw into that glove. Because I think he missed like the first time, and he struck again just to make sure he got that claw in the finger. Just waiting for him to finish grooming. So, anyway, where was I? I was talking about going for a bike ride, and yeah, it might have been manageable early this afternoon, or late this afternoon, but since I've been feeding Scruffy so early, if I left in the afternoon, I'll probably get back feeding him a little bit later than I have been doing. I'm not seeing a permanent break in the temperature, so today is kind of a anomaly again, and it's really not that much cooler, so I'd have to actually worry about the sun intensity while I was out if I left earlier. So I was thinking, I'm probably better off just waiting, even though I've been kind of itching to go out all afternoon. I've also been really hungry and kind of craving fatty fats. I think, yeah, maybe I need to get something really fatty, just maybe my body's craving it because I haven't had anything really fatty in a while. I was, kind of tempted. Probably won't do it, but tempted after my bike ride to stop at a McDonald's or something, get a cheeseburger and fries or something, but probably won't do it. Too much of a hassle. But I might, yeah, I might add something to my dinner. It's kind of fatty tonight. So I think I have a partially opened bag of corned beef hash. So from a can that I didn't finish last time. There's a small Ziploc bag that I kept in the freezer. It was small enough that I was able to cram it in with all the stuff I was trying to save. And my freezer went out, or my refrigerator was on the fritz. So I've been actually trying to pare down the stuff I have, since I'm still not convinced my refrigerator is working. Still need to call our repair shop. But yeah, corned beef hash I think is pretty fatty, so maybe that would satisfy it. So it's canned stuff, so it's actually probably more potatoes than meat. So it's French fry equivalent, I guess. So, I think we're getting close to food time. I had to go Scruffy his timeout, so a little behind schedule here. I think we'll finish up this side and get Scruffy his food. Oh, there's a meow. Does that mean you want your food, or does that mean you like the pets? I think he wants his food. Okay, let's get your food. Okay. So I did see Scruffy early this morning on the deck. He was sitting out in the open when it was overcast. I tried to get the stupid camera on, turn it on, and of course, it takes forever. I've been complaining about that. So basically, by the time the camera finally powered up and they could get the camera working without crashing, he had already moved out of sight. But I later, I think, got a shot of him sleeping on the deck, like a couple hours later. But when he was sitting there, I noticed, I kind of noticed this before, just looking at him every day, but it was very apparent that, his bottom half of the body is, well, his legs and his underbelly have shed it to their summer coat, but his back hair and his lion mane, or whatever you call it, is, or the chest mane under the neck on the chest, is still really long, so it looks kind of weird. So yeah, it looks like his fur is really short on the bottom, lower half of the body, and then he has this really oversized hair on the top and coming out his chest. So let's see, then at lunch, he was sleeping in the aisleway again. When I came out, he actually completely ignored me at first. He was actually lying on his back, his head pointing away from me, and then finally he decided to look at me, and he kind of sat up and reoriented himself, so he was still sleeping but kind of curled up, his back up instead of his belly up. So yeah, he must have been really comfortable sleeping on his belly like that. So he didn't come for the water. So I went back in, and he, as far as I know, just stayed there. He may have came for the water later, but I didn't wait that long. I waited a little bit, and he didn't look like he was moving. So I think he wanted to sleep today. So, let's see, last night on my run, I actually had a, I don't know, is it a breakthrough? It was it was probably it was probably, yeah, it was my best run since my injury. It's still not a great run overall, but it was, I hit a time that would have been it would have been one of my below average run times for 3 or 4 laps. But at least it would have been kind of on that same map. Whereas, yeah, my time's recently been so slow, I don't, it's not even really comparable. So it was probably the first time I've had a speed or a time that was at least in that ballpark of what I used to be able to do, even though it was probably still on the slowest possible time. But yeah, I think, yeah, I increased my time, or reduced my time by at least 5 minutes, which is pretty significant. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to repeat that, but hopefully, yeah, I'll continue trending at least in that direction. So yeah, got a breeze last night, so I think that was a big factor. I think it helped me keep my speed up a little better. And then I think the fact that I did not run the day before or bike the day before was probably a little better rested, so that probably helped too. So actually a little cynical. My next run's probably not going to be as good, but regardless, yeah, yesterday was a win. And that's also, I think, why I was muscle fatigued this morning, because yeah, I did try to push it a little harder. I mentioned, yeah, I noticed dirt on my ankles a few runs ago, and I read it was called heel whip. And come to think of it, I think I've had this before, so it's actually not new. I haven't done it in so long, probably because I've been injured and been running so slow. It just hasn't happened in a while. Now that I'm trying to get my speed up again, it's probably more susceptible. So I've been kind of paying attention to my stride, and I've been noticing actually when I've been doing the heel whip, and it's usually actually, since I run on a lot of it on a dirt path, it's not level, it's not even, and I noticed a lot of times when I'm on those more uneven surfaces, it actually doing the heel whip more. So yeah, I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with my stride or me. I think it's more just the fact that I'm not running on a flat surface. Oh, I saw the friendly cat. So as I entered the park, I saw him off in the weeds. He was standing right over a big giant squirrel hole. Didn't look like he was ready to pounce or anything, but it looked like he was watching it carefully, probably hoping a squirrel would jump out so he could get it. So I stood on the path for maybe 30 seconds for him to notice me, and to see if he would come over, do pets. So he saw me, but yeah, he then continued looking at the squirrel hole, so it didn't look like he wanted to come over for pets. And since I was going for a long run, I didn't want to wait there that long. I wanted to get my run going. So that was all I saw of the friendly cat. But I haven't seen the friendly cat in, I think, a few weeks now, so I finally saw him again. Yeah, so I did 4 laps. And I think in the first lap I actually didn't think I was doing well. So, but by the time I actually finished that first lap, I checked my stopwatch, and it was actually doing okay. I mean, not great, but better than I've been doing. So, so I kind of kept going, and I think I managed to mostly keep the pace for the second lap. And then I think on that third lap, the breeze started picking up and the temperature started dropping, and so I was able to continue my pace. And then I really realized that my time was actually relatively good compared to what I've been doing recently. And so that motivated me to keep going on the fourth lap. I think I gave up a little bit of speed on that fourth lap. I think there was a part where I had to walk for a second. My legs were, or my feet were getting tired. I needed a quick break and moving the balls. But I was, relatively ahead of where I've been. So even with that little short break, I was still doing much better than where I've been. And yeah, finished, and yeah, my feet were pretty tired though at the end of it. So I don't think I'm yet ready, or quite ready to do that entire fifth lap. So I need to probably start thinking about increasing the distance to try to get myself back up to that fifth lap. Though I think right now for me I'm debating whether I should try for the fifth lap or just try to get my time up on the 4 laps. I'm not sure which would be more effective. But I've been doing the interval runs a little more frequently recently, and I'm wondering if that's actually having a benefit right now. Because yeah, my last run was an interval run. I didn't think it was particularly good, but since I just had a pretty good long run, and maybe it's doing its job. So maybe I need to keep doing that. So Scruffy's done, I think. Yep. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.